It's kind of a chilly day today, but it's pretty balmy in here right now. The sun keeps on coming in and out. I got the sides down. As you can see over here, my measuring wasn't exactly the greatest, but this was done last November in a rush with very few days, good days to be expected. We had 1 week of really nice weather, and I went to work and put a lot of rocks together. But anyway, anything like that can be corrected. It's not a real big problem. And I plan on adding more organic matter and stuff like that, so, you know, the bottoms will be enclosed. But then again, during the summertime, these sides will have to be lifted up. That's why I'm using fabric clips on the outside. And they work pretty well. I got them from Creative Shelters. A little cheap. You can see one on the bottom. They're plastic. Seem to be pretty flexible. On a cold day, they're pretty hard to work with, I think, when your hands get tired when you've been doing all other things, like my wiring. Well, you can see it leaving a little rust mark, so we'll see how that works out. This was an experiment. Last year I watched a Hoophouse like this just fly down in late June and again in July, and then again in August with that hurricane. Now I'm not going to suggest that this greenhouse can take a hurricane, although I might let it try. I have not added a center post. There is a post up there. I may put a couple pieces of rebar inside this plastic, put it in a bucket, and add, you know, a bag of cement. Now you can see the back posts. I cemented those into the ground. There's four 1/2-inch rebars in there, and it goes above, and it's wrapped with wire. I think this is really key with a hoop house, because from my experience, they collapse. That's what happened last year, and they collapse at this weak point on these sides. There's nothing really to keep it. My initial idea was to put rebar in the hoops, not bend the rebar so much, because I was going to go with a high peak greenhouse. I was going to put rebar in there, and I became squeamish after a while, because once you put something solid inside a piece of plastic, you create a weak point where that rebar ends, in another wherever plastic might get weaker. So I scrapped the idea. If you have access to thicker rebar, thicker PVC, that might be a better way to go. If you can get like 20-foot sections or larger, where you can not have to worry about joints like this. This is a correction from a mistake, and this poses a problem later, I guarantee it. But my wiring, I do think, will keep this greenhouse in order. I mean, I could be wrong, but I have another one being built over here. This one's going to be a high peak one. You won't be able to see it through the plastic. But for around $500, I think it's going to turn out to be, or so. I'll have 2 greenhouses.